Carrying on with the refining stage, let's continue adjusting the plates of the left arm. First, what I want to do is to hide, by using the red selection method, a portion of these three pieces. This one over here, this one here, and this one here. Invert the selection, and now, by hitting Ctrl-Shift-X, we'll bring back the rest of the piece. These are going to be the first three pieces we'll work with. Over here, I'd recommend to duplicate the piece, which is what we've done previously. Now, what I want to do is to take this piece and delete everything that is hidden. Reason why, we've created a duplicate, and by selecting using a mask each one of the parts, what we'll apply is a split mask point. One over here, and this one over here. Alright. We've got three independent pieces, and what we'll do is to start detailing. For the process of these metallic pieces is almost the same we've done for the leather of the strap from the previous video. Simply check we've got crease enabled on the edges of the plate. For instance, this one over here doesn't have it. In case not, simply crease, complete edge loop, and we apply it. For instance, over here on the ends, it should get it. And over here on the edges, in this case, a normal crease on edge. That's for making only one edge instead of the whole line. Alright, once I get the piece, let's add the subdivisions I said I'd apply. 2, 3, 4, and smooth the edges. Let's go on with the next step. Using clay buildup, let's add some wear to some sections. In the case of the metal, in general something I keep in mind are the corners. These corners are the ones that somehow are commonly damaged. Therefore, these ends are not common, but they are damaged. And also add some wear to these lines. Up to you how much wear you add, how damaged the metal will look. Next step, same thing, using dam standard. Let's add some common damage. Over here on the inner part, we can add some damage using dam standard. They simply are quick strokes, and over here we can make some bigger than the others. Maybe up here, and that's it. Alright. Continue with an alpha, Let's go back to Draw Rect, and we can choose the same alphas we've used for the strap of the chest. I insist, it's up to you to add the amount of damage on the plate, depending on your taste. Invert, hide, and by using clay buildup, let's generate the mark. For these marks, I recommend a lower intensity, in order to vary the wear levels with more ease. We don't want everything on the same level, but some cuts to be deeper than the others. Let's select another alpha, import. Let's try out this one, Control Invert, and Control H. That's for generating even softer lines. Alright, I think like that is enough. So let's carry on with the next plate. For this plate, let's use only 4 subdivisions, at least in this case. For this plate, the same thing, repeat the same process, enable solo, and apply some crease on the edges. In case we get a crease we don't need, in this case, we rather need the edges to be smooth. By hitting Alt, we remove it, but with single edged enabled. Let's see how it looks with the subdivisions. It looks alright. In this case, this plate initially had some more polygons compared to the plate of the hand. The one of the palm we've already made. Reason why, I'll leave it with only 4 subdivisions. If I need more polygons, we would add more, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. Let's repeat then the same process. Smooth the edges. Second step, use clay buildup for adding wear. We can also add some strokes of the inner portion of this face, for instance. So in that way, not everything is just around the borders. Next step, using the alphas. In this case, we'll skip the step of the dam standard and we'll directly apply the alphas. Control Invert, Control H for hiding, and start adding the marks. Let's add some different marks. Not just like scratches, but some deeper marks. Control invert, Control H. Alright. Let's go on with the next plate, which is this one up here. And apply the same process. Enable solo for a moment. And check we've got the crease on the edges. Nope, it's not there. Complete edge loop and add them. Okay, done. Add the subdivisions. Same thing, smooth the edges. Take these borders and add some wear. Over here, we can use DAM standard for adding some cuts. Alright, let's add some marks by using alphas. Control invert, Control H for hiding. And by using clay, let's remove geometry. For this plate, let's add more damage, since this is the plate of the arm. It should have some dents. It should be more than enough with this. As you can see, by dividing the technique into different steps, it becomes easier to understand and easier to generate these kind of details. I've asked you to apply this on different pieces because they are areas of the arm. Normally, everything part of the same area, and as long as they've got the same amount of polygons, I leave it as a single piece, in order to identify easier the pieces with the same subtool. What I want you to do now is to use this technique I've just shown to you, these steps, for you to generate the rest of the pieces the arm has got. We've seen it's not really such a complex job. It's simply about some patience and about following some simple steps, one by one. By the time you finish, you'll get a result like this one. And once you're sure you've got the pieces as they should be, start combining pieces. This one with these two, the central one here with all of this, and this one you could leave it aside. Alright, this is it for the video. Hope you liked it. See you then on the next one.